Welcome to What is Your Frequency? Hello, world. It's time for your celestial forecast. We are going to work our way through the next couple of Earth rotations and their effect on our circadian rhythm. There is a beautiful red cloud out today as we are moving into a solar maximum. Expect a change in the pigment of your skin and fluctuation of the chaining in your heartbeat. There is a slight chance of a magnetic shield crack emerging as big solar storms are on the way. The supersonic solar wind could pack a bit of a punch, with a chance of rupturing the cyber cocoon. Anticipate an intensification of fighting and an increased risk of stroke. Later, we will feel a decrease in temperature across the Earth's surface. A little bit of aurora will be seen scattered throughout the northern hemisphere, and we will be feeling the force of a gravitational rainbow. Reading your horoscope outside later this year is not out of the question, as a coronal mass ejection is heading straight for us. So, sit back and enjoy the change of tonicity and electromagnetic fluctuations. Thanks for listening. We will be signing off now, but we'll let you know when we have the electric grid up and running again. The unintelligible rantings of Fox News should have been indication enough that the AT&T communications satellite Telstar 401 had a screw loose. When it finally became unhinged, it picked up speed like a Tucker Carlson rant and slammed into the ELM 2070 Texar, chipping its parabolic dish. The spy probe didn't see it coming. Communication was broken off and floated at 100 kilometers a second. The chip sliced off the extendable boom of the track. Like remote directives from the constellations, the feedback loop runaway was well on its way. The boom hit the French Asterisms, ping-ponging it into the S-Cube 1 through 3, SGDC 1, NOAA's Jason 3, and everything in between. It was the Calypso that leapt head-on into the International Space Station, but luckily no one was home. Fragments became fragments. Every solar panel shattered and reflected the sun back into its own glare. Then the sun became dark. Metallic rain poured from the skies, landing the humanity star in Times Square. The ball dropped on November 12th, and everyone was feeling the Kessler syndrome. One man in Sochi went out to adjust his cable dish, finding the Alouette 1 in place of an old shed. 19-year-olds stared at their phones only to find their own images looking back at them, with no likes. The sky was falling, but word could not be sent out. It was bad enough being ghosted by every blue man out there. Oh, but what a shame it was to lose communication like this. I know it's contemptible to break it to you like this, but it's not that I haven't appreciated everything you have done for me. For starters, the Red River turtle soup. The easy pickings of the dodo complemented with Cornish cauliflower pickles. Champion of England peas steamed to a melting bulb, garnished with silphium and washed down with an Ansalt Perry cooler, served on permafrost. Not to mention the beautifully crafted northern white rhino cups. The Kerry cattle roast carved with a spot fin shark knife. The ivory spoons really brought out the flavor of the duck-billed platypus eggs. It was completely worth slaughtering the last 93 totter sheep lamb. You were so supportive of all of my needs, and patient when I made a mess. Even when I spilled 12.7 million tons of plastic into the water year after year, smoked up all the air with carbon dioxide and couldn't stop my nervous digging. You remember that time I left 53 million gallons of radioactive waste in Hanford? Just know that I loved the bouquet of crying violets, and the cave lion throw really brought the place together. I am aware you warmed up to me every year and that you were there from the beginning, but I really feel I have outgrown this relationship. I am going to leave this Dyson sphere. But besides, we could never agree on how many species of tomatoes we should keep around. I promise to visit, and you can have the keys back to the seed bank. We can work out what to do with all the precious metals we have shared later. I I just need space.